So this is honestly probably my least favorite question I get, and that's, what are you going to do with my home? Now, a lot of these people, they've developed sentimental attachment to the property. It may have been where they were raised. It may have been where they raised their kids. The hard thing with this is you really never know what the person is hoping for. So what we can assume of all sellers is they're hoping we're going to take care of the property, maintain it, and that's really it. They want to know, for the most part, that we're not just going to tear it down and build a mega mansion. Now, if you are, you have to figure out how to answer that question, handle that objection. But here in the Midwest, that's really not an option for us. So what we explain is, look, great question. It sounds like you've got a decent bit of attachment to this property, and the first thing I want to be clear with is we're going to take excellent care with it. So we're either going to restore, I like that as opposed to like renovate, kind of a buzzword, right? We're going to either restore the property and resell it. We're going to renovate the property and hold on to it long term, or we've got a first-time home buyers program we work with. So that basically shows them we're going to take care of it. We're either going to own it indefinitely, or we're going to help somebody get into their first home. For those of you that are curious, our first-time home buyer is kind of like a lease option deal, but that's kind of a good way to cover all of those bases without them feeling like, all of the hard work, all of the maintenance, all the time they've put into it. We really want them to feel like they're handing this project off to somebody who can take it to where they wanted it to be. Now, it's up to you and your exit strategy with the property. Pretty often, I'll actually give sellers the ability to walk back through when we're done. I really haven't had a seller take me up on that wasn't happy with the outcome, but I would be kind of careful with that, especially if you have somebody who's deeply sentimental. Typically, we'll send them a thank you card, which is kind of a before and after of maybe like a kitchen we totally redid or something. So it's kind of just a good way to make them feel good about selling to us during the actual transaction, and then kind of glad that they did at the end of, wow, they really did what they said they were going to do. They took this to the finish line. Now, I'd be careful with this if you're just wholesaling. I don't believe in lying. My integrity is worth a lot more than, one deal to me. So if you really don't know what's going to happen with it, I'd say great question. I've got a variety of partners. Occasionally we blank, blank, blank. It's really going to depend on the numbers once we get our crew in there, but that's definitely something I can keep you updated on once we've got kind of the contract signed. So then I'd kind of just push back into your next question wherever you're at in the process. But typically with that, the big thing they're really asking is, are you going to take care of this property that I've owned for 10, 20, 30 years, that I have all of these feelings and emotions and attachment to? Hopefully that helps you kind of get over that sentimental seller objection.